Welcome to Your Time to Thrive with personal fitness coach Jason Stevenson.
Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and thank you for listening. This is the Your Time to Thrive podcast. My name is Jason. I'm your host, and today we are talking about things that didn't kill you. The topic today is, but did you die? I'm joined today by my amazing friend and wonderful co-host and producer and avant-garde individual, Benjamin Barber.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just sounded good. Avant-garde.
What are you implying? I don't like any of this.
Motivated, charismatic individual.
Okay, yeah, that checks out. Then I'm fine with that.
A little better.
Yeah.
For those of you who are listening, you need to come find something on Facebook or on YouTube so you can watch. Ben just threw in the new intro, and it's got some great shots from some videos that we shot a ways back. My favorite, though, is that shot of the scale going into the trash can. That's awesome.
I thought you'd like that. Yeah, I needed to get that one in.
It's perfect.
I didn't have. I was bummed. I have a bunch of footage somewhere of you training people, and I don't know where it is. It's not on this this hard drive. So that means it's somewhere else, and I just don't know where it is. I think maybe Dave has it. I'm not sure, but needless to say, it will be found. And if it is not found, it will be recreated.
I was going to say, we can update that anytime you want. Come on down. Looking for volunteers who wish to be videotaped and made a lasting part of the Your Time to Thrive podcast.
There you go.
Be permanently emblazoned on the internet. Be able to find pictures of you.
All right, what is the topic today is what?
But did you die?
I mean, maybe.
So did you die? Because there needs to be a pause. Let's put a pause. Remember we always talk about practicing the pause? The emphasis here is, but did you die? Because here's the thought. It's a meme. It's a t-shirt. It's a workout mantra for a lot of people. So as it relates to our fitness, we will get to that part. The thought process, though, came from a post that I made this morning about my workouts of the day, and talking about how when we mature, we lose the desire for comfort. I don't think it's really true, because I don't think anybody ever loses the desire for comfort. But P.T. Barnum quote is where it all comes from. And it literally is. It's a P.T. Barnum quote. And it is, comfort is the enemy of progress, which is what we're talking about. Because the truth is, oftentimes we are trying to escape the difficult, right? The hard choices, the hard steps, the hard food choices, the hard fitness choices, the hard mental battles. It's easier to roll over and ignore the alarm button. It's easier and more comfortable to stay in bed and sleep past the snoozes, right? It's easier to not work out. It is so much easier to just go about your daily grind and not have to sweat or be uncomfortable. But unfortunately, that doesn't help. It doesn't get you any further. Right? Let's be honest here. You have created a habit where you get up and start your day with a walk. Was that easy when you first started it?
No.
Is it getting easier?
Yes. The mornings. So I had a whole thought process the other day around motivation and habit, and it was when where motivation wanes, habits don't.
Mm-hmm.
And the little things, has it gotten easier? Yes. 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, whatever it was, I started, or even longer than that before, right? When I wanted to start walking and start getting more active and look at my steps, and just as a barometer for what I was doing, I started throwing the football in the backyard here and just walking and picking it up and coming back and walking and picking it up and coming back. And that was hard. And then when I decided I wanted to start walking, I didn't want to go out on the road. I didn't know my neighborhood. We haven't lived here that long. Like I don't know where the hills are. I don't know what it's like. So I just started, we have a decent sized backyard and a fenced in area here. And I just started doing a loop around the fence as many times as I could. And then one day I was like, what if I go in the front yard where we have a cul-de-sac and it's a dead end. We're the only house on the road. I was like, what if I just walk the steps on the cul-de-sac? Maybe that'll be good. I won't, roll my ankle. Knock on wood. I won't roll my ankle from a hole in the grass on the road. So, maybe that would be a good thing. And then I did that in the front yard. And then I was like, okay, maybe I can go a little bit further. And there are two little cul-de-sacs on either side next to our house. And I would walk, and that would be a little loop. And then one day I was like, I'm gonna see what's on the other side. And I did a little loop over there, and then I came back. And then one day, Braden was with me, and he was like, I want to go do the long walk around the big other road. And I was like, I can't do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And then he left and went to his dad's for a couple days, and I was like, I'm gonna do that so that when he comes back, I can do the walk with him. It was great, and it was easy, and that's like my normal walk now is this half hour, like mile and a half walk there and back. And but every step of the way, I was afraid of what was going to come, and then every step of the way, I went, that wasn't as hard as I thought. The answer to this question was no. And it was easier to keep going.
Huge, man. Huge.
Actually, you know what we've been doing the last couple of days that I think that you're going to get excited about? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you get excited about.
The little things. Go ahead.
So the four of us, as of yesterday when Brendan got back home, have been planking at night just for funsies.
I love it.
Cause Allie, when I sprained my ankle, I was surprised at how quickly I got up, even with a twisted ankle, in the middle of the grass in the middle of nowhere. I was like surprised and happy with myself that I was able to do that. And then the other day she was talking about planking because she does, 1 million workouts a day and is amazing. And I was like, I gotta see if I can do that. And I held it for like 20 seconds. And I was like, okay. But like a full real plank, like on the ground, fully. I know that we've done the modified.
Yes.
And this was like a full plank on the ground. I did it for 20 seconds and I was like, okay. And then like a half hour passed. And my other roommate was like, I'm going to try it. And he did. And he did like a minute 7. And I was like,
son of a bitch.
I was like, all right, let me do it again.
It's on.
Let me do it again. And then I did a minute 10 from 20 seconds the day before when it was just us doing it. The next day I did a minute 10 and I was thrilled with it. And then yesterday, I did a minute 15 and, and she's doing like, she did 2 minutes the first day and then yesterday did 4 and, or she was happy that she did like 2:30 and then she did 3 and we were like, yay. And then yesterday I was like, I'm just going to keep going 4.
That's awesome.
But so much of this, going back to this, is mindset, right? Because like Braden tried to do, and he's 6 and like, in great shape because he's 6. And he was like, I want to try to do a plank. And he did like 18 seconds. And then And then he saw us go and do the like minute 15, blah blah blah. And then he was like, no. I gotta go again, and did like 2 minutes, like no problem.
Nice.
but before he did it, he didn't think that he could do it, which is my point. You know,
Right?
before you have that benchmark, before you know that it's possible, before you think you literally might die, you can't bring yourself to do those things.
It's amazing, isn't it?
A little bit.
It's crazy to me. I see that happen all the time, especially with new clients or with new movements or new resistance levels. You know, if we take an exercise that we've done for countless times and then we're bringing it up to another level, I hear that all the time. People say, I can't immediately, or I don't like that. Oh, you don't like that. You don't eat those. Have you ever had a tomato? No. Well, then how do you know you don't like tomatoes? You know, how often have you heard somebody in your life say, I can't do that, or I can't, I don't like that, when they have never had that experience to precurse it. Mm-hmm. So they're letting their brain already decide, no, like, no, that's not possible. You can't do that. When we have that opportunity to at least explore it. Because then on the other side of that, what's that reality? What's the realization? Like, how good does that feel?
Yeah.
Afterwards, like you said, when you jumped up, like your first thought was, I don't know if I can get up from here. And then you're like, nah, I'm going to get up. And then what was the thought after that? That, like, when you're standing on your feet and you're thinking, holy shit, I just jumped right up.
It's been, I don't know what the immediate thought was. It was more about my ankle at that moment. But sure. my immediate thought since then has been like, let me go lay in the grass. Or, you know, like Braden and I have gone for walks and we've come back and I've been like, I'm just going to get on the floor and get back. I'm just going to get on the ground and get back up. If that's good. And he's like, why? And I'm like, cause I can. And that's all hard, but doable.
Aside from, yes. So aside from repeatable, maintainable, and deliberate, the people that train with me on a regular basis hear that, right? Like, so we ask, where is that on your resistance level? How does that feel? Give me your number between 1 and 10. How heavy is that? And the most common response to that, because those people that train with me regularly know that needs to be challenging to be effective, is hard, but doable. So that's heavy, but I can do it. That was a lot, but I can do it. That's the beautiful part about what I get to do, because that reality, that realization, that awareness of self, like, hey, instead of it being, that's hard, I can't do it. That's heavy, I can't. Or that sucked, I don't want to do that again. It's that I can, I will, right? And it changes things for us, right? Like, that's the beautiful part about this mental stuff. And I know, folks, we talk a lot about this kind of thing, the inner voice, that inner child, our inner monologue, but it changes your life. It will change the path. Because if you're constantly thinking, I can't, I don't, I won't, if it's all the negatives, then you're right. You're probably right. But if you open your eyes and your mind to the potential of what you are capable of and what you can achieve with a little bit of effort and a little bit of time and energy, then it creates a whole new path. Like, you literally just turned a corner, which they use as an example, whoever they are. But we turn a corner, right? Like, I was going down this road. I can't, it's hard, it sucks. And then I changed the words that came out of my mouth, and it changed the way I think about that. And now I'm going down a different path. Ben, you met, man, I've actually talked to multiple people over the last couple of weeks that have said that you look good and you sound good. And
I sound good?
Yes, you sound happier, more balanced, more positive, more motivated. You do.
Nice.
And all it is getting up and going for a walk, right? Going for a nice walk, going for a beautiful walk. Get your day started right.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy how much better that little simple thing has affected my life. And it's not that like anxiety is completely gone, and it's not that, none of that, but it's that little thing that pushes you into a better day.
We talked for a while about starting your day better, and then backtracking it to going to bed earlier and having a plan. But this commitment to get up and go for a walk has definitely set your mornings on the right path. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're not a morning person naturally, right? Like I wouldn't describe you as a morning person.
I mean, I think it depends on it depends on the night before. Like if I take care of myself and go to bed at a reasonable time, then I'm a morning person, and I love being up in the morning, and I really enjoy it, and I always have. But if which I have been known to do forever, stay up really late, sometimes working, but mostly doing stupid stuff like, watching TV or video games, or not being able to sleep because I'm thinking too much, or talking to a friend or which isn't a stupid thing. But, those things hamper mornings, right? Like your nights, nothing exists in a bubble. Everything affects everything else.
That's a butterfly effect, my friend. It's true, but we often think about that as far as how it affects other people or other things, right?
Yep.
Like often we don't, as much as we're egocentric as humans, I think it's hard for us to turn that around and say, all right, these choices, these things that I repeatedly do, they are creating my realities. They are creating my future. That's because it's so much easier to just extrovert that and think like, oh, well, if I'm good to the community, it will come back to me, or it'll help other people, and that will impact others, and it'll lead by example, or, my choices will impact other people. That butterfly effect that we talked, that ripple effect across the universe and the world. It's different when we think about it internally, right? Like
very much so.
There's so much more responsibility in that sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it puts more on the individual. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the point, right? Like, did you die? Like, did it kill you? And remember, folks, when we talk about this kind of thing, I know it's an extreme point, right? And we're always letting safety be our guiding factor in the gym, and with our fitness especially. So don't think that I'm pushing this as like you should go heavier and faster and harder with your fitness, because it won't kill you, like that which does not kill you only serves to make you stronger, right? But the point is the fear of that intensity that we're trying to fight. Like we're talking about the mental battle. So it's not like with reckless abandon should I pursue my fitness goals because Jason said, did I die? And it didn't kill me, so I'm just going to go heavier, or I'm going to go harder. It's the mental approach. It's the capacity and the willingness to push yourself a little bit to achieve the benefits and the results that you're looking for. We all want a quality of life. We want to be strong and healthy. Generally, it's a gross estimation that everybody thinks the same way. So I'll be careful about that. But I would put a lot of money on it that most people are looking for a good quality of life, whatever that descriptive term is, right? And that means healthier, at the very least, not negative health, right? Like even if our bare minimum and our par for the course is to just maintain status quo, not have to go to the hospital, like not have to go to the doctor, not have to take a lot of pills, right? Be able to move your body. That's a bare minimum, right? But that's a scary bare minimum. I want more. But I know I'm alone in that sometimes. I get that.
You're alone in wanting more?
I'm not alone, isolated, but I know that I know that I should not generalize and assume that people think the way that I do. That some people are very happy with where they are. People are very happy with their habits and health. That scares me a little bit, though. I got to be honest with you. Because it does. Because the bare minimum is suck, right?
Yeah.
The bare minimum means that when you go on vacation, you sit on the beach and you wish you could do stuff that people were doing.
I went on last time I went on vacation, 2011.
Jesus, Ben.
And
dude, we're planning a vacation for you this year. You're fully vaxxed. Doors are open. Let's go.
So the last time I went on vacation, I think, was 2011, and I remember having a conversation. Now, part of this was that the place we were staying had a pool, and that's really all I ever care about, ever. But, my friends were like, no, we want to go do this and we want to go do that. And like, let's go check out this store and whatever. And I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't really care. I don't care. And they were like, we're on vacation. Like you just came on vacation and not do anything. I'm like, kind of like, yeah. Like I have to go to the store
normally
at home. Like I have to go, this feels like running errands. Like I don't want to go to a museum right now in this town in New Hampshire. Like I want to, like, the train museum sounds cool. I don't, the pool, like I don't have a pool at home, right? And there's a pool here. I think I'm just going to go spend the day swimming and then like come home, like walk the, 350 feet from where the pool is to the condo that we're staying at, and make a sandwich and then go back to the pool.
That's the extent.
That's all I really wanted to do. And now I'm like, I still would be like that mostly because there's a pool, and like
you love pools.
I would sell my firstborn child to own a pool. I'm kidding. But I'm so sorry I said that. But
no, it's in perpetuity now. It's saved on the internet.
But I do still like, I do still want to go do those things, and especially like, now if all of us went to that place again in New Hampshire, I would want to be more active and go. I'd want to go to like see the trains through the woods because Braden would love it, and and that would be a lot more fun and more active and like Storyland and stuff. So that would be all a lot of fun, and I would want to go like experience that stuff. So I think, but I think that part of it was my ideal day would be just to be in the pool literally the whole day. Yeah. And the other part of it was I was super lethargic about doing anything else because everything else was uncomfortable.
So there's two sides to that, right? Like we have to pay attention to our bodies, right? And listen to our true self, not that little bratty voice or the hyperactive one on the sides. Like listen to your true self. And if that's the case and you listen to yourself and you actually got the vacation and the relaxation and like the departure from the norm, which is what you were looking for, then you did live your best self, right? You did choose the best thing for you. And that's okay. Like don't think that we have to be always pushing and always driving. You can be satisfied with where you are right now today. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I backtracked some of that a little bit, because there's nothing wrong with just going on vacation and sitting by the pool. If that's what makes you happy, right? Because it didn't kill you. But I agree with you that the comfort seeking, so that's oftentimes like the anxiety of the social stuff or the anxiety of the effort or the anxiety or the thought process behind like, oh, well, it's going to be new. I'm going to get lost. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long. Those comfort zones are the ones that we should push a little bit.
Yeah.
Those experiences, those outside the box pieces, because then you're not stuck with what you've always seen and known and experienced. And opening up your eyes to experiences and experiencing things through your life is what makes your life richer, fuller. Gotta try something different every once in a while. And then you can go back to normal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because comfort really does slow us down. Especially this last year, it's definitely taught me that it's okay to stay at home. It's okay to stay in on a Saturday night. But Kirsten and I have had really good Saturday nights. Like usually we go out Friday night, stay in Saturday night, cook together, spend quality time. There's nothing wrong with that. We need the balance in life. But pay attention to your life. Like we talked about last week with that 80-20. How much of your life are you seeking comfort? How much of your life are you settling into comfort? How much of your life are you spending not pushing your comfort zones? Because if that's an imbalance and it's a dominant portion of your life that you're seeking comfort and you're finding comfort and you're eating comfort foods and you're finding comfort in your fitness, then you are not getting anywhere. You are not getting results. You are not achieving what you are capable of. And that's truly one of the pieces of what I do. It's one of the things that drives what I do, because you are capable as a human being of achieving amazing things. There are people in this world that do things that blow your mind, whether it's physically, financially, emotionally. I mean, people donate their entire savings to charities and spend their entire lives helping other people. There are people that achieve physical fitness feats that are just breathtaking and mind-blowing all at the same time. You're capable of so much. Why not try, right? Why not reach a little bit higher, a little bit further, and stop seeking that comfort? Michael Phelps was not comfortable, and he's the greatest Olympic champion of all times. I guarantee you the amount of training he did, the amount of food he was eating, and the amount of years he put into that, he was not comfortable. But now he is known in the history books as the greatest Olympian ever to compete in the games, in the history of the games. It's crazy. Because he wouldn't settle. And on your deathbed, when you look back on your life, is it going to be gratitude for all those things that you tried and worked through and fell and got up again? Or is it going to be regrets of things that you didn't try?
For me, it's going to be regret that I didn't spend more time in a pool.
Then, Ben, we need to find you a pool.
It doesn't matter. If I have a pool every day from now on for the rest of my life, I'm going to be like, well, those 33 years, like I wish I could
on dry land.
Wish I could have gotten those back. I know. If I could just become a fish.
If only you lived near a large body of water that allowed you access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Are you talking about the ocean, sir?
Potentially. It's a rather large pool.
It's a little too salty for my taste.
Oh, salty. That gives you buoyancy, my friend.
A little too salty for my taste, my friend. Yes, no, I've swam in the ocean many times.
Grew up in Rhode Island. Come on, man. That pool is available all year round.
All year round? Are you insane?
A little bit. You know that. Just
I
not
do.
clinical. Not taking the test.
I have filmed you jumping in to in the middle of January into the ocean. So you are
for a good cause. Plunge for preemies.
Yes, that's true.
At least that one was.
Yeah.
Always for charity, not for myself.
It was for charity, and
I didn't die.
Thank you.
Even though everybody I talk to, whoever has not done one of those plunges, is like, oh my God, you jumped into what weather? What water? In what weather? Like, when did you jump in the water? When January 1st? Are you crazy? In the ocean? In Rhode Island? Yeah, because it doesn't kill you.
And you're an insane person.
I'm not alone in that, though. There's plenty of people that do that. There's polar bears. There's actually there's a gentleman in our town that does a lot of photography, and he took a very good series of shots of Megan. This January, we are picking a charity, and we're going to raise some money for it. And you and I are jumping in the ocean. So anyway, this guy took video of this group of people in I believe it's Stonington, that go swimming every day together. A bunch of them. They just go swimming every day. And literally some of them are swimming in ski caps because there's no rule about having to like get your head underwater. But I thought it was an awesome little montage of people like, you know, not making excuses. See? For those that are listening, we have Meg chiming in with a hard nope. as a definitive like nope, period, to the polar plunge. Here's the thing. If you have never done it, you can't say no. You don't know. You don't know how good it feels. You don't know how alive you feel. Life is too short, folks. If all you're focused on is what causes you discomfort, what is challenging, what is hard, what is outside of your standard comfort zones, you are missing the opportunity to experience life at its fullest, at its greatest, and to most importantly, experience yourself. Meg continues to comment saying, yes, I can, and I feel good about it. She says, yes, I can say no. You can, and I'm proud of you for sticking to your guns on that, girl. I'm still going to bust your balls about it a little bit and give you a little bit of pressure. I might be able to come up with a charity that's near and dear to your heart that might encourage you to jump in the cold water. But folks, we talk about this all the time on the show as far as where your mental head is, where your inner monologue is, what voice you're allowing to talk to you. If you find, and just check it, you know, randomly for the next week, just check it. And when you're given the choice, right? Like, is it comfort food, French fries and cheeseburgers, or is it, you know, fattening food or whatever it is that you're eating that's making you comfortable and happy, which has got a time and a place. If you find that that is more frequent than your other choices, there's a reason that you should pay attention to that. If you find that your fitness choices are based solely around when you want to do it and what is easiest and most comfortable, then you need to reassess, because you're not going to achieve change and results and satisfaction and happiness and what you are capable of achieving in this world if you are constantly seeking comfort. The greatest minds of our lives have slept less hours than we all do on a regular basis. And that's because we seek comfort in our Sealy Posturepedic comfort beds and Tempur-Pedics and everything that's super cozy and comfy, and we're warm and comfortable. Comfortable does not get you anywhere. Comfortable has a time and a place, but not when we're talking about your fitness and not when we're talking about your results, because you need to push that comfort zone just a little bit. We talked about it on the 80-20 last week a little bit. You should be pushing yourself to your 80% max. Not dead, not dying, not sucking wind or throwing up, but maybe chugging a little bit of water, you know, maybe taking a couple of deep breaths to try and bring your heart rate back down, maybe even laying down on the ground for 5 seconds just to bring that heart rate back down again and feel like you can move. But you should push yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, a burger tastes best when it's seared really, really well on a grill. That's not because I gently cooked it. It's not like because I had light heat on a burger. It tastes like crap. You got to get a good sear on it. Nothing in this world comes from comfort. You got to strike the iron when it's hot. You know, the early bird gets the worm. We're going to keep going with the analogies here, but all of them say, get up and go. Take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you and stop just, you know, rolling over and go, nah, maybe tomorrow. I'm going to order the French fries today because I want them. I don't feel like working out tonight. I'm tired. It's not going to get you what you want. Your future self is yelling at you from the future and saying, the fuck are you doing? Get up, go do something, make better choices. Be proud of yourself. Right, Ben? Did you die?
No.
But did you die?
No.
Nope. Could I ever convince you to do a polar plunge?
No.
Since you like water so much?
Nope. No.
What if it was in a pool?
Yes.
Ooh. Now we're negotiating. Now we have to find a pool that's open in January. Outside. Because it doesn't count if you don't have to carve the ice out, right?
Okay, look, that might literally kill me. Like, let's not.
Polar plunge?
In January, carving the ice out of the pool, that's insane. That is because that's colder than the ocean. That is like freezing, like literally freezing water. The ocean in January isn't frozen for the most part here. Like that's insane, man. You're a crazy person.
You're right. You're probably right. We should probably just do the ocean because that would be warmer.
End the show.
All right, Fens. Thank you so much for listening.
I'm sorry, Fens? Did you just say Fens? Did you say, all right, Fens? All right, Fens.
Fens.
All right, Fens. We should, you know what? All right, Fens.
Friends. Folks, this is what happens when Jason gets up early, spends the entire day talking and working, and then needs a little bit of R&R, and my brain can't keep up with my mouth. And for those of you that know me, that's pretty challenging, actually. But anyway, as we digress, thank you so much. Whether you're listening live or listening to us record it, we appreciate you. You are why I do what I do. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, if you know me, you can reach out and ask questions. If you're watching the show live, please chime in and ask questions, or just let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future. Because otherwise, Ben and I are just going to talk about whatever the hell we feel like talking about. And if you want to know something about your health and fitness that we have not touched on, please ask, and we will go further with it. If we have talked about it, ask again. We'll go even further. Anyway, friends, this is Jason, my amazing partner in crime, Benjamin Barber, signing off from the Your Time to Thrive podcast. Have a great and healthy day, folks. We'll talk to you soon.
For more information, tips, and workouts of the day, check out thrivetrainingteam.com.